Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Janitor. This is my second cast, and I will be casting ATN Socke, the TO Protoss in the 9 o'clock position, and Liquid TLO, or the little one, from Team Liquid. Both of these guys absolutely great players, and should be really interesting. I'm doing a blind cast on this one, which, if you don't know, just means that I do not know what's about to happen, so it should be really interesting. Socke going... Wow, TLO is he's gonna 6-pool. TLO is gonna 6-pool on Lost Temple, so wow, this should be really interesting. These larvae obviously being saved. That spawning pool gonna go down at 200 as soon as he can. So unfortunately, these positions are not very beneficial for this 6-pool. So the little one gonna be a little disappointed when he finds out that Socke is all the way down here. Socke needs to be very careful about what happens here. He needs to scout this. He needs to come over here as soon as possible. This pylon going down, going to be able to block off his wall. I mean, a really, standard placement against Zerg. You want to be able to block off anything that comes in here. But TLO able to produce a few drones, and this Overlord is actually pretty important. The path it took was obviously just this, right across this way. TLO wants to know very desperately if his opponent is right here. He would like to see his opponent right here. But these cross maps are not great. But as I was saying, this Overlord able to scout if the opponent was right here. And as we see now, looks like Socke is going to be able to scout this. He is going in the correct direction, and these 6 Zerglings are going to pop out basically when this probe scouts it. So should be really interesting. Extractor trick going down for TLO so he can get out another Zergling. And now Socke knows that this 6-pool is coming. He sees it coming. He needs to pull a probe off and build either a gateway or a forge, something to wall off his front. He needs to do that quickly. Looks like those Zerglings picking off that probe, and there's a gateway going down. So this is a pretty nice wall off. You got one little unit's worth of space. So he's either going to hold that probe there, or probably more likely he's going to throw down a pylon, as there will be no attacking units here. So this pylon placement is absolutely fantastic. TLO really can't do much except for attack one spot on this pylon. So that's actually really good. The second pylon going down, making sure that nothing gets depowered. Doesn't want to lose this and wants to be able to continue building gateways after these gateways go down. So as you can see, Chrono boosting this Zealot out. The Zealot on this side of the wall. Not sure if that's on purpose or not. It looks like he's just trying to take down these gateways at the same time. So TLO looking like he's gonna try and take down both of the gateways at the same time so that he can get good surrounds on everything. It's a really good strategy, because you do not want to get these 2 Zealots against these 8 Zerglings in a spot similar to this right here. You want to stay away from this. That is not good for TLO. TLO taking quite a bit of damage from those 2 Zealots, and 2 more gateways going down for 3 gateways going down for Socke. These Zerglings coming in, trying to do some harassment on the probes, but the probes pull off and fend this off nicely. So it looks like Socke has defended this 6-pool. Very important, and great control from Socke to be able to do that. Meanwhile, back in TLO's base, I saw what I thought was a Zergling coming out, but he is expanding. Very uncommon. Don't usually go for a 6-pool into an expand because of the dangers of counterattack. Socke could be able to move out here pretty soon and be able to do quite a bit of damage, but I've actually heard of this before. It's called a fail pool, I believe. You go 6-pool expecting it to fail, and when it fails you expand and try and hold on at the best you can. As you can see, a Roach Warren coming down here for the little one, going to try and do quite a bit of damage. This pylon placement looks like Socke is gearing up for a counterattack, and these Zerglings moving around the base just trying to delay any kind of aggression coming out from Socke. Doing a pretty good job of it, but Socke can move out at any time if he gets a Zealot or Sentry. So it looks, a Sentry or Stalker. So it looks like we got a 3 Zealot push coming up here, and this pylon is going to be pretty important for being able to warp in units, as Warp Gate is being researched, but not able to do much. This hero Zergling able to take out one probe before he dies. And here comes a fairly scary push for Zerg. I know that 3 Zealots is usually not that scary at 6 minutes and 40 seconds, but he needs to get these roaches out as soon as possible to be able to deal with these Zealots. These Zealots moving in, going to do a lot of damage. These roaches, there's one roach popping. He needs to be careful. This micro needs to be very, very spot on from the little one. The little one needs to be careful. He does not need to lose that. He got... Ooh, that was very close. He needs to make sure that he stays away from there. Socke doing a very smart thing and just backing off. And we see here a Stargate going down. So it looks like in his base, Stargate has been started. Could be really effective. Expect to see some more Void Rays probably, or some Void Rays come out for Socke. So, and as you can see, he's going a Roachling army. So, and that's mostly for this this gateway pressure. So it looks like Warp Gate did finish for Socke. Socke going to be able to warp in reinforcements right down here, which is a huge, huge deal. All of these Zealots going to come in, and these 3 Stalkers now, added to this fray, are going to be able to do a lot of damage. And that is a lot of Zerglings out for TLO. I would expect to see a lot more Roaches. Instead, just went with Zerglings, which is really, really, really scary because of all of these Zealots going to be able to hold this off nicely. And even more Zerglings coming out. And this sentry is going to be very important. He needs to get a good force field off it. Look at this. He's able to back these Zealots into a good wall. Able to take them off. Take these Zerglings out, no problem. And Socke in a very, very commanding position right now because of how much damage he's doing, how much pressure he's put on TLO. TLO does look like he's going to be able to hold this off for now, but Socke just in a clear advantage. He's got that first Void Ray coming in, and again, this pylon being so important, able to warp in just a few more units. This battle does look like TLO now knows that this pylon is here. He's going to be able to clean up this force. If he moves in, yeah, there's some more reinforcements coming in. Yeah, those Zerglings are going to be able to take this down, but this Void Ray just finished for Socke, and it is going to be able to do massive amounts of damage. If we take a look at the unit counting station here, 22 drones to 29 drones of Socke. That is not where you want to be as TLO, and clearly 2 Zealots and just a ton of Zerglings coming out for TLO, and a great force field there by Socke as TLO tries to move in to do some damage. Socke just simply force fields and is able to take down almost all of those Zerglings without a problem, and then the force field comes down. Meanwhile, this Void Ray has come out here, and TLO knows it's going down, so he is going to produce a queen, it looks like. He only has 1 queen out. That is currently his only anti-air. So expect to see probably an evolution chamber. Yeah, an evolution chamber go down for some spore crawlers. And these Zealots, or these Zerglings, look like they move in. They're going to move in to try and counterattack, but this force is going to be able to hold off any of these Zerglings that he wants. He's going to be able to force field and take it out. In the meantime, these Void Rays are going to be able to charge up on this Overlord. And TLO is really hurting right now. He's got 1. Does he have a second queen? That second queen just popped, and 2 more queens in production. These Void Rays now fully charged, going to be able to pick off any queens that come his way. This queen just popping. Looks like he's going to be able to take it down. Trying to focus down this 1 Void Ray. He needs to be able to take these Void Rays down without too much of a problem. It's a big, big, scary thing happening right here. TLO, Socke with some nice micro there, just pulling back calmly and letting this Void Ray take care of that queen without much of a problem. And these Void Rays are going to do mass damage in this building. So 2 Spore Crawlers going down for TLO, but a 3rd Void Ray on its way. Looks like he will be losing this hatch. In the meantime, we've got still a lot of Zerglings here just trying to keep the pressure on, but really there's not much pressure you can keep on with when you are 58 food to 39 food, especially with no anti-air. This is going to be able to take out this hatchery with not much of a problem. So it looks like this 6 bull has failed, and TLO just in a terrible position here. Has no anti-air other than queens, which can only be produced 1 at a time out of those hatcheries. Just not looking good at all for Socke. And another Void Ray coming down. And this is a huge Zealot number. Going to be able to take this out no problem if he decides to move out. So it looks like Socke just doing some really annoying Void Ray harass. These queens doing their best to try and keep him out of damage, but and great control here from TLO. even though he's down so far, just able to push off those Void Rays without much of a problem. Looks like Socke's moving out with the ground force. Going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Needs to get some good force fields off. It looks like they're going to come up the ramp. Ooh, and a great 2 sets of force field. This is absolutely a pro sentry here. Going to be able to, look at that, corner all of these zealots, or these zerglings, and these zealots are just going to be able to pick them off easy as you please. Wow, that is a fantastic set of force fields, and these stalkers are going to be able to pick off these zerglings no problem. In the meantime, we've got a 5th Void Ray out, and really Socke is in a great commanding position. Going to be able to take this game as long as nothing insanely crazy happens, but you can't put past that past TLO, as he has done some crazy stuff already, i.e. 6 pooling. So here it looks like we are pushing out for the final push. Socke moving out with these Void Rays, going to be able to do massive damage along with this army. There's really not much TLO can do. 75 food to 41 food. He's trying to get these roaches out, and I really think those roaches could have come earlier. Would have been able to hold off that aggression a little bit better. Meanwhile, 3 queens coming down, trying to keep that creep spread up, but it's just too much. This looks like a final push here from Socke. Going to be able to do quite a bit of damage as these Void Rays will be doing most of the damage. Excellent Guardian Shield going up. Going to be able to protect very nicely from TLO's units. And oh, this is the final blow for TLO. Will not be able to stay in this game. Huge, excellent play from both players. And there's the GG from TLO, excuse me. So we saw a 6 pool come out for TLO into a base, which was lost quickly, and these Void Rays were absolutely MVP. Actually, where's that? Is that Sentry still alive? That Sentry was absolutely MVP. Several good force fields, one here to block off all those Zerglings. And coming in for that counterattack, he just was able to hold off all those Zerglings in the meantime, letting his Zealots kill a lot of the damage. So Socke having great control, not losing focus, being able to macro up, and hold off the 6 pool and come out with a win here. So that's an excellent game. I hope you all enjoyed it. Once again, my name is Janitor. It's been my pleasure casting these. I am looking forward to doing some more. So if you like it, please let me know. I will try and get some more up. So yeah, peace out, guys.